Good morning, Kipsters. It is time for the MAP test. So let's take a look at it. What is it? We're going to talk about this. I know we've taken it twice over, but this is the third time, and this is the one that counts. So, MAP test, what is it? MAP stands for the Measures of Academic Progress. This is a computer-based assessment. You're going to be taking it in math, reading, language arts, things that you already know about, and your final score is called a RIT score. What's a RIT? Something that we probably haven't talked about too much. So this stands for what's called Ready for Instruction Today. And what this score does is it allows the teacher to plan some instruction that fits your needs based on where you are. And so that's why it's really important to do your best, so that way your teacher can have the most accurate information to use. All right? There's a lot of other reasons why it's important, and some other folks are going to talk about that as well. All right, so how does all this even work? This test, the test questions are on your computer screen. And what you're going to do is you're going to use the mouse, you're going to select the answers. This is untimed. I want to stress for you, this is not a timed test. So take your time, you're going to receive your score immediately, and everybody's going to receive the same number of questions, but nobody takes the same test because this is what's called a computer adaptive test. All right? What does that even mean? It's called the Goldilocks test. So not too easy, not too hard, just right. On this test, every kid, every student will see questions that are both easy, questions that are too hard, and the ones that are just right, so that way you can figure out and level set for where you are. So if a question feels too hard for you, try your best, but if it's too difficult, also select the best answer and start moving on. All right? Length of the test really depends on what you put into it. You know you're doing better if this thing takes a longer time. All right? Make sure that you take, if it feels difficult, it means that you're doing well because it's giving you harder problems and you're getting those things right. All right?
Hi, Kipsters. So you're getting ready to take the MAP test, and Mr. Chain's already explained to you what the MAP test is. But I want to talk to you about why we have to take this test. Because I know a lot of you are just wondering why we have to take another test. You just finished this CRCT, did a great job with that. But the MAP test is really important too, and I want to tell you why. So what does the MAP test actually measure? Well, it measures your academic growth over time, which is why we take the test 3 times a year. You take it at the very beginning, we take it mid-year, and then we take it at the end of the year. And this is so that we can see how much you have grown over the year. We all come in at different places, and what's important is where you end up, not where you began. So we want to make sure that over the course of the year that you've been here at KIPP, that you have really grown in your academic progress. So the MAP test will help us to see what you've actually learned and how much you've grown throughout the year. So we want to see exactly how you're performing, and this will also help your teachers because they will be able to find out what are the things that you need to work on, what are your areas that you're doing really well on, and this will help your teachers for next year. So a lot of you are getting ready to transition from 5th graders to 6th graders, 6th graders to 7th graders, 7th graders to 8th graders, and 8th graders on to high school. And we'll be able to share this information with your teachers for next year, so they'll know exactly what you need to work on for next year, and they'll know exactly what you're doing well already. So we want to make sure that your brain is growing as much as possible, and in order to do that, the MAP test is the best test to let us know that information.
So now I'm going to talk about how MAP correlates to college. At Strive, all of you know that we are getting you prepared to go to college. While the CRCT tells us what you know on state standards, the MAP test is going to give us a clear picture of what type of college you're ready for. For example, if we have an 8th grader who is scoring about 246 on the MAP test, that lets us know or gives us an indication that he or she could possibly get into UGA and Georgia Tech.
All right, Kipsters, so one last thing. First step on the road to college is planning your journey. This is a really important test. This is the first year that we've ever been able to take the MAP test. It's the first time ever that we get to compare ourselves not just to kids in the district, not just to kids in the state, but to all Kipsters all across the country. And I know you're going to do great. Like I said before, this is one of the most important tests that you're going to take because it's not like the CRCT where it's about state standards and getting on to the next grade. This is about college. If you're going to try to go to a great high school, if you're going to try to go to a great college, people are not going to be looking at your CRCT scores. They're going to be looking at this MAP test. So I need you to really work hard, try your best, don't give up, because I know you're going to be doing awesome, and let's show every KIPP school what we have in the ATL. All right? So, KIPP,
good luck, Kipsters!
I'm Chili from TLC, and I'm here to welcome you to the MAP reading test, where you're going to be tested on your reading skills.
Don't forget to use your context clues to figure out difficult words you don't know.
Remember to read again, and read again.
Remember to take your time. Why? Because it's important. And don't forget, the better you're doing, the more difficult the test will be, so don't give up.
Good luck!
Con los terroristas.